Right, I'm going to ask you to look at the circumference of a circle and working out the circumference of a circle. But before I do that, I'm just going to very quickly remind you of some parts of a circle. Okay, so here's a circle, and we've marked the centre 0. I want you to remember then that if I draw a line right across the centre, passing through the centre, then I call that line the diameter. I also want you to remember that if I draw a line from the centre to the circumference anywhere, I call that a radius. Worth remembering as well that the circumference is the distance all the way around the outside of the circle. It's like the perimeter of the circle. Okay, they're the two things I wanted you to remember for now. How do you work out the circumference of a circle then? Actually, let's go back up there. Let's say you're given that diameter, and let's say that the diameter of this circle is 10 centimetres. And I'm asked to work out the circumference. Okay, there is a formula that says that the circumference of a circle, which I'll just write C for, is equal to pi times by diameter, so D for diameter. Okay, pi is a number. Pi is about 3.14. If you've got a scientific calculator, wonderful, and you can just use pi from your calculator. But if you haven't, that isn't an excuse not to do these questions, because you can just use pi as 3.14. Okay, now to work out the circumference then, you literally multiply the diameter by pi. So here, if we identify that the diameter is 10, diameter is 10, therefore the circumference is 10 times pi, or 10 pi. Now the question might ask you to leave your answer in terms of pi. And if it does ask you to leave your answer in terms of pi, that's it, that's the answer. If it asks you to go further and work it out, you're then going to have to work out 10 times pi. So, on a scientific calculator like this one, which I'll just zoom out a little bit. Here it is. Okay, so if you've got a calculator like similar to this, you're going to do shift and then this button here which says times 10 to the x, press that and you get pi. I'm going to times that by 10, and first of all it'll give me the answer in terms of pi, which is 10 pi. Hope you can see that. But I think you know by now that if you want a decimal answer you press SD. And there it is, 31.41592654. Now that's truncated the answer there. It will carry on because pi is irrational, so it'll just carry on forever. I've cleared it. That was a mistake. 10 times pi. So give your answer to whatever degree of accuracy it asks for. In this case, I'm going to do 31.42 centimetres, and in brackets, I've rounded that to 2 decimal places. So that's found in the circumference. This is what we say if the answer is in terms of pi, and pi, the letter is spelled pi. This one is if the question asks you for an answer as a decimal, and it might say 3 significant figures, 2 decimal places. Whatever it asks for, that's the answer. Okay, so pause the video and have a go at a question, where the diameter is 7 centimetres. If you pause the video have a go. Shouldn't take you long. And then press play and the answer will be there. Okay, so circumference is pi times diameter. The diameter is 7, so the circumference is 7 pi. If you want to leave your answer in terms of pi, that's it. If I want to get an exact answer though, I either do 7 times 3.14 or 7 times pi on the calculator. So shift times 10 to the x gives me pi, times by 7. Again, on the scientific calculator, it will come up as 7 pi first of all. Press SD, I've got 21.99. So C is 21.99 centimetres, and I've rounded that to 2 decimal places. Okay, straightforward stuff. But what about if you're not given the diameter, but you're given instead the radius? It's not a problem. Okay, this time I'm given the radius, and it's 3 centimetres. I want to work out the circumference. Circumference is pi times the diameter. Here, I don't know what the diameter is, but I do know that the radius is 3. If the radius is 3, the diameter is twice that because of what we said earlier. The radius is half of the diameter, and so the diameter in this case is 3 times 2, which is 6. Once we've done that extra step, then we're back doing circumference is 6 pi, and if it was the answer in terms of pi, that's it. If I then work it out on the calculator, so pi times 6 to 2 decimal places, I get 18.85 centimetres. That's to 2 decimal places. I'll write that in. Okay then, so to finish off, if you want to have a little try, I'll just very quickly give you this. That's 2 centimetres. So try that question where the radius is 2. Pause the video, come back and I'll show you the answer. Okay, the answer then that you should have got, first of all you should have said, I know the radius is 2, and so I know the diameter is 2 multiplied by 2. Therefore, which is 4, sorry. Therefore the circumference is 4 pi, or if it wants it in terms of decimals, 4 times pi is 12.57 centimetres to 2 decimal places. And that's it. Straightforward stuff. There is an exercise on Hegarty Maths then for you to complete. Any problems, drop me an email. Thank you.